you will see Republic Day. Republic Day. All right? Today we are talking all about Republic Day, children. Okay? And like I told you, Republic Day takes place tomorrow, boys and girls. Tomorrow it's a holiday. It's a national holiday. That means it will be celebrated throughout our country, Trinidad and Tobago. It's a celebration because we have a lot to feel proud of when it comes to our country of Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of things to feel proud of, and we are celebrating that tomorrow. So take a look at your screen and let's talk a bit about Republic Day. So, as you know, boys and girls, we live in our country of Trinidad and Tobago. So here is the island, Trinidad, and here is Tobago, right? We are one country and we live here. And because we live in this country and because we are born here, all right, it means that you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And a citizen means that you were born in this country, right? You weren't born in America or England or any of those countries. You were born in Trinidad and Tobago, and that makes you a citizen of your country, okay? Right. So when do we celebrate Republic Day? We celebrate Republic Day in our country on the 24th of September every year. So you will see numbers 2 here and number 4, 2, 4, 24. 24. So boys and girls, tomorrow is the 24th day of the month of September. So we are in the month of September now, and tomorrow is the 24th of September. And every year when the 24th of September comes around, we celebrate Republic Day in our country. Okay, it's a national holiday. Okay? Now remember, boys and girls, that we said when we learned about Independence Day, we talked about the Queen of Britain. Do you all remember that? Right? And this queen would have ruled over our country years and years ago. She's Queen Elizabeth II. But being a republic, when we became a republic, our country, Trinidad and Tobago, became a republic. We got our own president, who is the head of our state. This president replaced the Queen of England. In other words, we no longer needed a queen. We had our own head of state, and he was called our president, okay? And he was our first president. So let me show you who our first president was. In becoming a republic, right, which is why we celebrate Republic Day, our first president, right, was Sir Ellis Clark. He was the one who replaced the Queen. So we no longer needed a queen. We had our very own first president. Okay? He was the first president in our country, right? Which means that England had no control over us. We had our first head of state, who was our first president, Sir Ellis Clark. Can you say his name with me?
Yes.
Sir Ellis Clark. All right, that's your first president. That's something you must always remember, who your first president was of our country, Trinidad and Tobago. Now, many years would have passed, and we had a few presidents, well, but I will go through all of the presidents with you today. I just want to show you who is the first president and who is our president now, okay? And in later lessons, like next week or so, I'll be showing you pictures of the other presidents of Trinidad and Tobago, but it's important right now that you learn about our first president, Sir Ellis Clark, and our president now. Who is our president now? Anybody remember her name? All right. Our president today is Her Excellency Paula May Weeks. And here is a picture. This is what she looks like. This is our president right now in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Can you all say her name with me? Her Excellency Paula May Weeks. So our president, the president of Trinidad and Tobago, our country, is Her Excellency Paula May Weeks. Okay, don't forget her name, you know, she's very, very important. She's the president of our country. All right. Right. Now, take a look at this gentleman here. Now, when Trinidad and Tobago became a republic, now let me show you something before I speak about him. All right. What does it mean to be a republic? Okay, boys and girls, let's listen. Let's listen. I'm hearing some feedback. You all need to take it in. All right. What does it mean to be a republic? A republic means that we get to choose our own government. All right? Remember before we had a queen who ruled the country? Right. In this case, because we are citizens of our country, that means we were born in Trinidad and Tobago, right? It means that we now can choose who leads us, right? We can choose who leads us. So being a republic means that we can choose our own government. We can choose the person who leads us, okay? So many, many years ago, this was the person, right? He was our first prime minister, Dr. Eric Williams. He was the first person who led us, right? So we had President Sir Ellis Clark, our first president, and then we had our first prime minister when we became a republic, Dr. Eric Williams. Okay, that's a name you must never ever forget either, because he has done so much for our country, he is part of our history. Our first prime minister, Dr. Eric Williams. All right, now along the years, just like we have had many presidents, we have also had many prime ministers, right? But he was our first. And today we will focus on just our first prime minister, Dr. Eric Williams, and who is our prime minister now. And everybody should know who is our prime minister now. Who is our prime minister now? Anybody knows his name? You must know his name, man. Come on. Let me give you a hint, Doctor. Very good. Very good. I wasn't going to show you the picture until you said his name. That's right. So our Prime Minister today is the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. And here is a lovely picture of him here. Our Prime Minister today is the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. Okay, so this was our first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, and this is our Prime Minister right now, Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. Right now, because we became a republic, we are able to have our very own president, our very own prime minister, right? We are an independent country, and you learned that last time, and we are a republic now, meaning we can vote. And do you know what it means to vote? We can choose who we want to be our leader. And recently we had our elections, general elections, where the citizens or people of our country had to vote for a new leader. So being a republic enables us to choose our own leader. Okay? Being a republic also means we got our own national emblems. Now, you may wonder what are national emblems when they are all on the page here for you to see. All right, and I'll call them out one by one. Our national flag, and what are the colors of the national flag? Red, black, and white. Okay, good. Our national instrument. And what's our national instrument again? Our steel pan. Very good, very good. And here is our national flower. And what's the name of our national flower? The Chaponia flower. Yes. And then we have our national birds down here. The cockrico and the scarlet ibis. Those are our national birds. And we have our coat of arms. Here is the coat of arms. And of course, this morning we did two things that tells us that we are a republic too, that we have our own national pledge. This morning you said the national pledge. When we became a republic, we had our own national pledge as well as our national anthem. Remember, this morning we sang the national anthem too to celebrate that we are a republic. Right. So in a later lesson, boys and girls, I will go deeper into each of these national emblems. We'll talk about each of them a little more, right? And in our last part of our lesson here, right, we say that we celebrate Republic Day. One of the ways in which we celebrate Republic Day is by having a national awards ceremony where awards are given out to outstanding people in our country, right? So it's a special event called the National Award Ceremony, and these awards are given to special people in our country who did great things for our country and made our country proud.